Welcome to the FOMO Creator Show. My name is Making Tsang, first name Making. And today we've got a bonus show. We are going to be talking about hashtags with my incredible brother, Mark Clark from Velotool fame, and one of his cycling friends. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about FOMO, shall we? FOMO means the fear of missing out, and in business, it's a good thing. So if you want to raise the buzz and excitement of your product, your business, your service, you've got an event that's coming out and you want to sell out tickets, you've got a book launch. You've come to the right place. Now, today, as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about, as I bring up my teleprompter, how to create FOMO with hashtags featuring Velotool and friends. So, as I mentioned, Mark is actually my brother, and he's absolutely amazing. And we will be talking to him at the end of the show. But before we do that, I really want to talk about hashtags. And for those of you who are not down with kids, if you were to Google it, it will actually say that hashtag is a word or phrase preceded by a hash sign or pound sign, if you're in America, used on social media sites and applications, especially Twitter, to identify digital content on a specific topic. Now, to be honest, hashtags can be used not just on Twitter, but on any platform, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on all the platforms, as I mentioned. But it was originally used on Twitter. And what business owners can use it for is to get involved in as many conversations as possible. And that's why people use it. So if I just give you a few examples of how hashtags are used, on the left-hand side there, I've got a picture of me, and I declared to the world with an Oscar speech, and I use the hashtag Oscar speech time just to say thank you to my dear partner Steve, who's amazing, and also NaNoWriMo, because I went through a challenge in July to write every day. I'm hoping that I will get my book published either later on this year or early next year, about how to generate FOMO for your business, product, service, event, book launch, whatever it is you are selling, or charity. If you want to raise money for charity, you can use FOMO for that as well. So the picture on the left-hand side there, I used hashtags just to give a little bit of personality to myself online. So by saying Oscar speech, people are expecting some kind of a thank you. And I also said from making mistakes, because as you know, my first name is Making. So get it? Making mistakes. To making it happen. So that's just just a couple of ways in which you can use a hashtag there. Now, in the top right-hand corner of this presentation, it's a picture of a tweet that I sent probably 3-4 years ago. And in fact, I could probably use the same tweet today, because today is actually International Cat Day. How cool is that? So I put out a tweet trying to be funny, trying to inject a bit of personality. And I said, isn't every day International Cat Day? And people obviously loved it because they shared it, they liked it, they commented on it. And apparently, according to one of my mates, they actually heard this tweet on BBC Two, and they mentioned me as well, apparently. Now, a couple of months later, it was International Gin Day. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to crack the same joke. Isn't every day International Gin Day? And it didn't work so well, but that's all right. It's just a little bit of fun. So hashtags can be used to inject a bit of personality, which is what I'm trying to say. But you have to be careful when you get involved in hashtags, because when I first saw International Men's Day, I thought I'd crack the same joke. Isn't every day International Men's Day? But the hashtag actually has a serious message to it, because it's to highlight male suicide and men's mental health. So just a lesson there for your kids. Just check out on the hashtag before you actually get involved in the conversation. And the same with All Lives Matter as well. You know, when I first saw the hashtag All Lives Matter, I thought, yeah, that's right. All lives do matter, apart from the fact that it's a right-wing hashtag. So just be careful when it comes to the hashtags that you use. Now, some of you may have heard me say before that FOMO bridges the gap between social media and PR. And on the left-hand side there, we've got the fabulous Jim Carrey in a film called The Truman Show. Now, if you want to generate buzz and excitement for your business and incorporate hashtags into your marketing, then you can literally create your own Truman Show. You can decide what to put out online so that people can get to know you as a person, get to know you as a personality. And then when they know you and they start to like you, as you start putting up really good, important information out there, then people might start to trust you. And if they trust you, they may buy from you in time. So I know that my brother Mark, he does this with his business. He'll put out good information about, good advice on the kind of tools that you can use in order to, fix your ties or something like that. And we'll talk more to Mark in a moment. So FOMO is really, in essence, about creating your own Truman Show, which bridges the gap between social media and PR. Now, when it comes to hashtags, then, where do you start? There are lots of things that you can do when it comes to hashtags. First of all, I'd recommend you have two branded hashtags, two that you make up of your own, okay? And you use them from time to time throughout your social media. And then, in addition to those two branded hashtags, then depending on which platform you are on, you may add some additional hashtags to that. So Instagram, you can add between 7 and 30, LinkedIn between 5 and 10, Twitter 2 and 5, and all the other platforms, the jury is still out there. Now, when it comes to events, however, when you are creating an event, a conference, or a festival, you want to remind people about the hashtag and also the way that you actually write a hashtag too. So at the bottom there, as I mentioned, remind people how to write your hashtag, because do you want it all in lowercase? Do you want the word two? Do you want the number two? Do you want it title case like we've got here? Lots of different ways in which you can add your hashtag. Now, what is the impact that hashtags can have on events? Well, lots of impact. And first of all, it's great to use it for brand awareness. So I've been hired by StreamYard, which is the platform that I'm currently using in order to stream across all the social medias at the moment. So I'm currently live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, and I'm also on Facebook as well, all live, all at the same time, using StreamYard as my platform. Now, they've hired me for a couple of conferences in the past to create FOMO, live social media content, where I've tweeted, I've Instagram storied, and they've absolutely loved what I've done. So in using a hashtag like SY Connect, SY Level Up, SY Summit, these are some of the hashtags that StreamYard have used, and they've kept all of their Instagram stories in a highlight specifically for a particular event. So you can use it for brand awareness, which is what they've done here. Now, hashtags can also be used for good. If you're raising money for charity, brilliant. Why not use a hashtag? So these are just a couple of examples. I gave my time rather than charge to raise awareness about period poverty a couple of years ago, and the hashtag was Red Rebel Day, and so we actually did a sort of a comic relief style 24-hour event in order to raise money for period poverty, which was incredible. And the lady at the bottom there is Natalie Pithers, and also, again, for that particular event, we raised money for Ukraine. Russia just invaded Ukraine. And so Natalie wanted to do something for that. She's a genealogist, so she helps you to trace your history, which is amazing. She actually teaches you how you can do that yourself, which is so cool. And you can see there, she actually helped by doing a 24-hour event. She actually raised £53,000 for the Red Cross. How amazing is that? And so we use the hashtag History for Ukraine. I live tweeted for 8 hours of the event. We've had some people Instagramming as well and other people tweeting, and it was an incredible incredible experience, and more importantly, we raised a lot of money in just 24 hours, which is fantastic. So hashtags can be used for good as well. And now if you're in business, you want to sell, and so this is one of my dearest clients. They're my first client that I actually created FOMO on several platforms at the same time. So I tweeted, I Instagrammed, I Facebooked, I LinkedIn. No, sorry, I didn't LinkedIn. I also Instagram posted as well. And in 2019, which is the first time I did it, I tweeted a third of the tweets. So 1,239, 100 Instagram stories, 15 Facebook Lives. We reached 28.5 million. The stats are all there, trending on the same day as International Women's Day. But more importantly, as a business, we helped to, the FOMO actually helped to sell tickets, 425 tickets for next year's conference, which was amazing. What was incredibly amazing was that this year they hired me again and they sold 810 tickets in 10 days, which is phenomenal. So they've really grown. So hashtags can be used for selling in a nutshell. Now, enough about hashtags, because we're here to talk about an amazing hashtag, which is World Cycling Day. Now, World Cycling Day is on Friday, this coming Friday, on the 11th of August. And if you go to worldcyclingday.org, you'll be able to find out more. Now, just before I explain a little bit more about World Cycling Day, I thought it'd be quite nice to actually bring my brother up and let's talk to him a little bit about World Cycling Day and talk about his involvement in it. So let's bring him up on the screen first of all. How you doing, brother?
Hi, how are you doing, Making? Thanks for having me on the show.
That's okay. You are very welcome. Now let's tell the world who you are and what you do.
My name's Mark Clark. I run a business called Velo Tool. Basically, we're passionate about cycling and dedicated to providing cyclists with the highest quality tools to enhance the riding experience. Whether you're a professional cyclist or a bike enthusiast or someone who just simply enjoys the thrill of cycling, our aim is basically to equip you with the tools you need to maintain and repair and optimize your bike. So that's Velotool in a nutshell.
Brilliant. Amazing. Now, Mark, you're an inventor, aren't you? You invent stuff, don't you? So
Well,
can you tell us, because you're like an inventor, but you actually have a personality, which is like, how do you ever get that? You hardly ever get that ever. Tell us some of the products that you've actually invented within Velotool and why it's important for cyclists.
we invented. Well, our first product we actually invented was a cycling case, a mini cycling case. I'll show you now.
Here's the one I brought earlier.
Yeah, earlier, and it was initially we designed it to hold a CO2 pump. I don't know if you know anything about pumps at all, but
Nope.
no, you're not a cyclist. Just remember that. But we noticed out
So what's this?
yeah.
So let's suppose it, because as you know, Mark, I'm not a cyclist. I don't even know how to ride a bicycle. So what is a CO2 pump and what's it used for?
So a CO2 pump is basically it's used to pump up your tire very rapidly, and it's used with carbon dioxide, compressed air, and that's the pump. It there you go, and basically
Amazing.
you it comprises of a cylinder and a pump head, and you carry it on your person. It's lightweight, portable, and it's easy to put in your back pocket. But we did notice that in the marketplace, there were the CO2 pumps were out there. They never had a case, never come with a dedicated case for you to put
Ah,
one pin to keep it to protect it, and also perhaps to put some of your other tools in as well, some of your small tools. So we set about designing a case for this and for the other small tools which you want to keep together. Also with a little compartment to put your money in, a credit card, or any your keys even, to keep more safe all in one place, so that when you put it in your back pocket, it's not going to fall out.
Fantastic. Now, I can see you've got some of the products behind you. So can you walk us through some of those things there? What have you got there?
Can everybody see? So some of my other products are a mini hand pump, which is a two-way high pressure pump, which can pump your tyre up to 160 psi quite rapidly. Also, there's a few other little pumps we do. This one's comes with a barrel so that it you can hold your CO2 canister inside. Also comes with a bracket which attaches to your bike where your water bottle mount is, so you can attach it to your bike there without having to put it in your back pocket. Here's another pump without the little lever on the to regulate your pressure. And also, obviously, there's another little case which can hold. It's a little ratchet spanner, and comes with all your bits that you need to fix your bike with, and an extension. So yeah, these are some of the products that we have on offer, all designed to help you get back on the road again if you get a mechanical issue on your bike whilst riding it.
Amazing. So, I mean, you're qualified to be able to invent this stuff because you've been a mad cyclist for a long time, haven't you, brother?
Yes, getting on for 20 odd years now. I've cycled all my life, but seriously cycled for about 20 years. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've come across a lot of really rubbish products and really high end products. So yeah, the rubbish ones just get used once or thrown in the bin or not even used at all. So I'd say I've got a lot of experience in the products which every cyclist needs. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's awesome. Well, what I'm going to do is, Mark, I'm actually going to push you back into the green room because I actually want to talk a little bit about World Cycling Day. And then when I can bring you back up with your dear friend John, then we'll talk more about your involvement on World Cycling Day. So I'm just going to pop you into the green room. So see you in a bit, Mark. As I mentioned, Mark and his friends are going to take part in World Cycling Day. So you might be thinking, well, what is World Cycling Day? What's that all about when it's at home? Well, World Cycling Day is it's a non-profit, literally just a website, and you can find out more information from worldcyclingday.org. And actually, Mark and I have a bit of a funny story as to how we both became involved in World Cycling Day, and perhaps we'll talk to Mark about that in a moment. But what I did was I actually asked Jim Scherer, who is from Pennsylvania and one of the founders of World Cycling Day, to actually answer a few questions. Because when I first came across this website, I had a lot of questions, basically. Now, unfortunately, Jim wasn't able to come onto the show today. So I'm going to do something a little bit mad crazy, right? I'm actually going to read his questions and read his answers, and bring them up on the screen as well, just in case that anybody is listening in the podcast. And hopefully it'll give you a bit of a flavour, a bit of an idea on what Jim's answers are. So the first question is, how did you have the idea to start World Cycling Day? And I'm not going to attempt a Pennsylvanian accent. or an American accent. But Jim mentioned that the World Cycling Day was created by a wide group of cycling people who were eager to have a single day of celebration in the summer, which focused on sport, healthy living, tours, and high energy cycling. It was actually started in 2020, which is incredible. So I'm guessing that, with the wave of the global pandemic, this was his and his other. There were 10 people involved who had the idea. I'm guessing that it was their idea to, try and do something to try and get people to become active again. So I then asked him another question, and he said, "What?" So I asked him, "Why did you start the idea for World Cycling Day?" And his response was, "Well, people love cycling, and a single day event is an excellent way to bring a higher level of energy and interest as there is a single day focus." And I absolutely couldn't agree more. And, by using the hashtag World Cycling Day, I've already mentioned the various ways in which you can use a hashtag. And one of them is to raise awareness about your brand. And of course, World Cycling Day, the way that they use it is just to bring the people in, bring all the cyclists in together under one global community brand, which is amazing. So, I asked him another question. Question 3 was, how long has World Cycling Day been running? And his answer was, well, since 2020, but Earth Day was his inspiration, and that started over 50 years ago. How cool is that? I also asked him, why why have you set up a website but not social media links to World Cycling Day? So that was the thing that I was really fascinated by. That Jim and his team, they created a website, but you can't find them on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. There is no account. But if you search on the hashtag, then you'll see everyone's involvement in it. And so this is what Jim had to say in response to my question of why he hasn't got any social media accounts set up. And he said, the website is the core for unifying everyone together. It's accessible from most devices. This is a global celebration, and participants post their event and celebrations on their social media page. So what I absolutely love about this hashtag, about World Cycling Day, is the fact that it's not about Jim. It's not about the 10 people that came together with Jim to with this idea of World Cycling Day. It's actually everybody's. And so by not having an account, by having this incredible hashtag, which everybody can participate in, but everybody post on their own social media accounts, it means that the benefits of cycling and bringing a community together is all the more powerful because there isn't an account set up and associated with it. Isn't that amazing? That is so cool, right? So naturally, I asked him, how can people get involved in World Cycling Day? And that's all you need to do. If you have got a social media account, brilliant. Post something, whether it's a video, whether it's an interview like this, whether it's a photograph, whether it's lots of different photographs, doesn't matter. But the most important thing you do is put the hashtag World Cycling Day. That's all it is. And as you put up your post, your photograph, your video, your interview, your blog post, your podcast interview, whatever it is you do, doesn't matter. Just put that hashtag World Cycling Day. Now, how can people find you? All you need to do is go onto your favorite social media platform, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and search. Type in hashtag World Cycling Day, and you'll be inundated with all the celebrations that are happening all the world over. So World Cycling Day is happening on this Friday, Friday 11th of August. There are events happening, all throughout the week as well, but Friday is the main day. How amazing is that? Now, I'm just going to bring up Mark and bring up his friend John as well. And we're just going to have a bit of a chin wag just to talk about their involvement. Well, how they met and also their involvement in a World Cycling Day as well. So, hello, Mark. Nice to see you again. And
There we
hello, John. How
Hello.
are
Hello. I'm good, thanks. You?
you? Now, Mark, I just wanted to talk very, very briefly about that little story about how we actually met Jim, the founder of World Cycling Day, online. So, Mark, I don't know if you want to start the our little chat off. How did you find him, or he found you, right?
Well, actually, yeah, Jim found me through LinkedIn, and I got this message from Jim asking if I wanted to get involved with World Cycling Day, and he basically said, what do you actually do? And so I messaged him back. We had a few messages backwards and forwards. He said, right, brilliant. He said, just all you got to do is send me a high contrast logo and a little bit of a spiel about what you do. And he said it'll share that on their World Cycling Day website, and that was
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I put it to you, making just to see what you thought about it, and yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when we were chatting, because as I mentioned, I don't even know how to ride a bicycle. But when Mark got in touch with me on WhatsApp, we had a bit of a chat. I checked out Jim's website, and that was why I was curious. Why doesn't he have an Instagram account or a Twitter account, but he has a website and this hashtag? I was just really, really curious. But we got to the bottom of it, and that's how we got involved. Unfortunately, on worldcyclingday.org, you'll be able to see a link to this video, this interview, and also a link to Mark's website as well, Velotool. So, John, hi, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, amazing. All the better for seeing you. Now, how do you and Mark know each other?
We met weirdly through Instagram. I think it was a post that he put up, and I realised how local he was to me. He lives like about 22 mile away, something like that, innit?
Yes, about that. Yeah,
it's something ridiculously close. And then obviously we got chatting. I bought a couple of his products, tried them out, and then we'd kind of connected from there, and actually it's cut its end to a friendship rather than just a brief sort of meeting through social media. We've been to a couple of events and done a few bits and pieces together, haven't we?
Yeah. As I say, the other thing what brings us together is your mental health charity, which you support, and we'd had a look at that and decided we want to get involved because it's a local charity, and basically said, how can we help?
Yeah, well, that was the initial kickstart, wasn't it? Of that, you'd seen what I was doing with another company, and then we kind of spiraled from there. And to be fair, now it's kind of a couple of times a week, just generally fish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So the charity organisation which you're involved with, it's the Joshua Light Foundation, isn't
it? Yeah. Based in Hull, really small charity. And it for me, for being a small charity, it kind of made sense for me to be involved with, and they're a great bunch of people, absolutely lovely. I can't fault what they do.
What's the name of that charity? Did you say?
The Joshua Lights Foundation.
Joshua Lights Foundation.
Yeah,
amazing.
There's a link to it on my Instagram profile.
Okay, great. So if people connect with you on Instagram on not dead yet, not _dead_ yet, they'll be able to see the charity there.
Yeah, it's literally on my bio. It's the main. it's the main sort of post on there. As much as I'm like linked to Mark and a couple of other people, it's that's the one that I've actually put the link on, which I discussed with. He knows about it. The other people know about it. So yeah,
amazing.
Yes,
and Mark.
Yes, So what we set up a code, a discount code on the website, so that when buyers bought anything from the site, we would donate 20% of those proceedings to Joshua Light Foundation. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, that's fantastic, and good work, John. Really appreciate you doing that, and I'm sure that the charity really appreciates everything that you do as well. Now, as we mentioned on Friday, it's World Cycling Day, and we're here to talk about World Cycling Day. And we know that it's the first time that we've heard of it this week. But are you doing anything special on Friday, John, to celebrate World Cycling Day?
I wish I was riding, as we was discussing earlier, due to a small incident, shall we say. My bike's in bits, and I'm waiting for a new helmet to arrive. So unfortunately, I probably won't be riding. But I'll be flying the flag for riding bikes and encouraging where I can, as I do every day. To be fair, but normally, yes, I would be riding. Unfortunately, I'm not today. Well, Friday.
Yeah. So I guess just like I mentioned that today it's Tuesday, but also is International Cat Day. I guess for you, John, the same goes to you. Isn't every day World Cycling Day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. My wife kind of gets fed up with taking a back seat at times, but it's she has her passion.
Amazing. Now, Mark, what are you going to be doing on August the 11th for World Cycling Day?
Well, August the 11th is quite a special day for me. It's my myself and my wife's wedding anniversary. It's our 33rd year of marriage, but also it's my lad's birthday as well. So that might take precedent over any cycling, which I might be doing. But we will be. Yeah, we will be getting on the bike again soon, very soon, as much as we can, and promote cycling as much as we can as well. And that's what we try to do with our website, and between John and I, as well as others. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, cycling is just our lives.
Fantastic. Well, as we've mentioned, it is World Cycling Day on Friday, and if you have got, a spare minute, go and have a bit of a search, have a bit of a nosy, type in World Cycling Day, have a quick look on what other people are doing, and if you see some great photographs, great videos, great interviews, great podcast shows, just give them a like, give them a share. Add a comment, just make it feel really special for the people that have participated in World Cycling Day. And I'm sure that I'm not putting words into Jim's mouth by saying that this is a global movement. It is designed to help us all get a bit more active. I mean, one day I might get on a bicycle again, but I've got this big fear. Bicycles. But anyway, that's another story. Now, any final words before we end this broadcast? I don't know if there was anything you wanted to add there, John.
No, not really. I mean, just start on Friday and keep going. Just jump on a bike and enjoy it.
I love that.
Just enjoy the ride.
Love that. Fantastic. And if you do want to keep in touch with John, he had me absolutely laughing my head off in the green room before we hit the record button. So I'm sure that some of his humour is infiltrate some of his Instagram. So do go and connect with him there on Not Dead Yet. And Mark, any final words from your good self before we end this broadcast?
Yeah, so let's say cycling is for everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can still get on a bike, learn how to ride, and just go and just take in the scenery, and just you can ride fast, you can ride slow. It doesn't matter. Just get on a bike and just enjoy it.
Lovely. Now, I'm just going to put you both back into the green room just while we say a few words, but don't go away, Mark. Don't go away, John. Just wanted to thank the fabulous Jim for enabling us to get involved in World Cycling Day. If you want to get involved or you want to have a bit of an nosy, do make sure you go to worldcyclingday.org. And if you can donate, please do. It does take time for Jim and the other founders to make this global movement a huge success. So if you are able to donate, please do. If you want to find out more about Mark and Velotool, definitely go to his website on velotool.co.uk, or follow John on Instagram at not dead yet, or you can also follow Mark on Velotool on Instagram as well, on Velotool _ 1970. Now, this has been the FOMO Creator Show. My name is Making Tsang, first name Making. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.